Got a what used to have an air compressor and pump and shit on it on the top of it. I got this just to use as an air tank. The pump and everything was halfway taken apart when I got it. But I want to pull this fitting out of the bottom of the tank, but it is extremely tight in there. So I've got a Milwaukee, the high torque, I guess you will, impact with charged battery. And for anybody that's curious, model 2767. Correct size socket on here. And yeah, it's turned up all the way. Oh, shit. That's going to be a problem. Yeah, that's a bummer. So, what I was going to do with this video is just show you that would not loosen the fitting here, and then I personally have never tried it before, but I've heard, and it makes sense, that if you take a rosebud and you heat up the thing that you're trying to get out cherry red, that it'll expand when it's hot, and because it's all nice and hot, it'll be more malleable, and then when it cools down, it'll cool down to a smaller size than it was before, and then you can extract it out. So I was going to try doing that, but now that the fucking hex head is busted off of it, not entirely sure what the best route is here. But I do think that I'll start with heating that up and go from there, I suppose. And so then I'll let that cool down until it's cool to the touch, which wouldn't want to touch it right now. Let that cool down until it's cool to the touch, and then try something to get that out of there. It's not that surprising that it broke off, because these are cast. So yeah, not all that surprising, but it does suck. So I sprayed some of that on there, and tried just jamming a pry bar in there to kind of try to turn it. I'm going to try torching it out. Granted, I'm aware that that's cast, and I've never had fuck all with luck of cutting cast before, but I mean, can't make it worse, right? So, looks like shit, but I don't care as long as it works. So maybe make 2 more cuts along there, and then maybe I can get that piece to kind of fall together and shove it in the hole. So it's not at all a clean cut. In fact, it's kind of more of just melting the crap and blowing it away, but haha! Now if I can just do that all the way around, we might be in business. Holy fuck. Make this thing my bitch. Oh. Okay. Well, it didn't work the way that I wanted it to, but still got her did. So, gonna let that cool off again, and then get a wire wheel in there and see if I can buff out the threads and if we can get a new fitting to go in there. So, wire wheeled out the threads and wire wheeled around the outside a bit, and then slap some lipstick on this pig. And then the only thing that I have that's 2-inch NPT at the moment is a fuel filler cap. Because I was planning on reusing the fitting that was in here until it broke off. But that's okay, because that worked. And I kind of nicked some of the edges of that flange a little bit, but at the same time I also wasn't being very careful with it. Oh, is it going to focus? No. But to the eye, you can see the chunks that are down in the bottom of there quite well. But I would imagine that those will fall out just fine once I get this thing flipped over. But yeah, so repurposing an old air compressor. And this tank, the tag on the side of it, well, yeah, there it is. Tag on the side of it says it's only good for 150 psi. I'm gonna run it at 180. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna run it at 180 psi because that's what the rest of my shit is set to. Like so. But I am going to have it outside and not in a building. So if it does decide to go boom, that it's not going to matter.